It's 4 a.m, roll call at Salerno. There's a line of heavily armoured vehicles preparing to leave this American Special Forces base.
Everybody wears a seatbelt all the time.
And in this crowd stands a lone Kiwi.
If it was needed to blend in with the job, I probably would throw on an American uniform, but I'm quite proud to wear this uniform all the time. And the Kiwi on the side. Everyone loves the Kiwi.
It's support from elsewhere, which is important because it shows we're not in this by ourselves.
We can't tell you his name for security reasons, but the Sergeant Major is a key figure in the fight against improvised explosive devices, or IEDs. Now the biggest killer of coalition forces, with more than 300 soldiers lost since the war began in 2001. Usually operating in secrecy, One News was granted unprecedented access by the New Zealand and US Defence Forces to see him in action. It's slow going for the 50 vehicles in this convoy on a mission to disarm or destroy the bombs. But the Sergeant Major is used to painstaking work. In a war involving 120,000 troops, he's one of just 32 that can forensically analyse a bomb, or what's left of one.
Things that could be like a signature for the person who made the item, could be fingerprints that they've left behind on any number of items that are part of the device. Then they just send it out to forces to say, this guy has been building these things, we need to go and catch him.
By 8 a.m, the first IED has been detected and destroyed, but it was linked to another explosive out in a field. A digging vehicle is brought in, so curious locals are moved out. Unexpectedly, the robotic arm triggers the bomb. The vehicle is damaged, but no one's hurt, and it's time for our man to investigate. Out here in the open, the beige uniform that was a novelty becomes a target.
Having a photograph taken of myself out there by the insurgents, it could be saying, well, he has something to do with IEDs.
He does just as much as what our guys do as far as the risk goes. He's out there.
The cell phone trigger he finds indicates this is a bomb someone may have been watching and waiting to detonate. It's time to move on. Back in the vehicle, a series of shots ring out.
That was IDF, almost 100% sure that was IDF coming in.
And there really can be no doubt about how dangerous this job is. Today, shots have been fired at the convoy, which has resulted in jets being called in from Bagram for a show of force in the hope of preventing any further attacks. But an unexpected thud around 2 o'clock dashes those hopes. The vehicle 3 ahead of ours is hit by a 120-pound roadside bomb, blowing apart the rear axle. The driver's lucky to survive. An hour later, and nearing the end of our journey, a plume of black smoke signals more trouble. Mortar rounds. Air support is again called in, but a shot in retaliation is never fired. Here it's difficult to distinguish friends from enemies.
Never had that much conflict. That nervousness in the back is always there, and to me it's good because it just makes sure I stay switched on.
Our 20-kilometre patrol has taken 13 hours, but for the Sergeant Major it's straight to the lab. He hopes the spiked plate that triggered the vehicle-destroying IED holds some clues to the identity of the bombers. It's the third of its kind to be found in the area.
They'll probably have more on there tomorrow or the next time the guys go out.
For the US, this unique Kiwi can't work fast enough. Michael Parkin, One News, Khost.